guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be bringing to you guys a sit down video, and this is going to be a little bit long, so make sure you grab your water because this is going to be a sort of a long sit down video. You guys have been waiting for is my experience getting my wisdom tooth pulled out. I'm going to be talking to you guys about the experience when I got it pulled out, how much it hurt, and the whole process and why I had to get it out. So without further ado, let's get into a sit down video. Okay, so it all started last year in 2017 when my teeth in the back especially started hurting. Like, yeah, you once in a while have like your teeth start hurting, whether you don't brush your teeth all the way or you don't brush your teeth all the way. You either eat something and food gets stuck in your mouth or something like that, or whatever your reason is, or if you just had something very, very cold in your mouth. But my teeth in the back, my tooth, especially in the back, was hurting. It's like this bottom row in the back. So it started hurting and hurting and hurting. And then I was like, Mom, this hurts so freaking bad. So she just gave me Tylenols and stuff like that, and it hurt so freaking bad. Like all over Christmas break it started hurting. And then my mom realized after like a month in like January 2018, this new year, she realized that I kept on complaining, so she called up my dentist and was like, oh, my daughter's hurting in the back of her teeth. And I think I got a dentist appointment already, so she looked back there and she was like, oh, this is hurting, and it hurts so bad when you get like those little tiny, those little needle, when they're trying to take the plaque off your teeth, the little hook thingies, she banged it with that and it hurt so bad. And she was like, I don't know, it's probably like an ingrown tooth. And then she took an x-ray and she was like, oh, that's an ingrown tooth. So like, she was like, try not to chew any gum or whatnot. Try not to do anything of the sort because it's going to be hurting so bad. And I was like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. Like, is there anything I can do about it? She was like, why don't you just take a little bit of Tylenol and stuff like that? So a while after, I've been taking Tylenol every single time it hurts and try not to eat a lot of hard stuff on this side, like very, very hard stuff. So I started doing that. And then I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, I can't stand it. This Tylenol is not working. Because obviously Tylenol helps with pain, helps you go to sleep, and etc. So I thought it was going to be an easy fix or whatever. So I went back to the doctors, and I was like, oh, it still freaking hurts. And after she was like, maybe you have a wisdom tooth. Maybe I have a small wisdom tooth. And my mom was like, oh, I don't really think it is. It's probably just another like regular tooth. And she was like, the doctor was like, no, you have a wisdom tooth growing in the back of your mouth. And then she was like, let me pull up the pictures and stuff like that when you're a little baby. And out of like 2 out of 10 kids when they're born, they grow their teeth very, very, very fast. So like I grew my teeth fast. I walked like really early in stages, like about around like 4 months I started walking and started crawling and stuff like that. So me growing my teeth and crawling and stuff like that all very, very, very much happened at an early state and they were like, oh, that's a wisdom tooth. And after like she was like, you only have that one wisdom tooth, and if it hurts that much, you either ignore it or you have to get it pulled out. And we got an x-ray of my teeth, and she was like, oh wow, you're gonna have to get it pulled out. So we started getting a consultation and stuff like that. First we got a consultation we got a consultation because we had to meet with a doctor that was going to get my tooth pulled out, and we had to watch a couple of videos, and then there was a little quiz at the end of the video to tell you what you need to do leading up to the procedures and stuff like that. So I'm probably going to show you guys a couple of products I had to start using before and after my procedure, but we started talking about it and talking about it, and then we started and also when leading up to the actual procedure, the back of my mouth when I was brushing my teeth, it hurt so bad. So like we were watching the video and stuff like that, and then we answered some questions at the end, and then we took lots of x-rays because we wanted to see if it's something that needs to be out. So we took x-rays, and it was like, wow, we actually need to get this tooth out. So for those couple of weeks, he said, it was like 4 weeks after, he said no chewing gum, no drinking hot stuff for a while, don't drink cold stuff. And this was the same exact thing after the procedure. So he said no drinking hot, cold, chewing gum, eating stuff very cold like ice cream. You can't have that. Make sure you brush your teeth very well. Your stitches are gonna come out. Your stitches are gonna come out. You're not gonna really notice them coming out because it's a very thin thread. And my dad previously, in about December, in the middle of December, my dad got his tooth pulled out, and it was the worst experience ever. He sent me pictures and stuff like that. So he told me, oh, it's gonna hurt and stuff like that. It matters with your pain tolerance. Like if you're very pain tolerant, then you will stand it. Like either if you're getting your ears pierced, well, my third hole didn't really hurt when I did it, but your pain tolerance, it really matters about that, because out of a scale of 1 to 20, it hurt about 15. Now that number 15 is probably scaring you guys because it hurt like a bitch. I'll tell you guys what I did, all the costs. So I'm going to show you guys some things I had to use and etc. So you guys kind of get an idea if you're getting your wisdom tooth pulled out, and what you guys should expect, and what things you should do to lead up to the procedure. Okay, guys. So after we did the consultation and stuff like that, he's like, let me write you a prescription, and the medicine will be at CVS the next day. So what I had to take was this. I had to take this. And it says, start 3 days before procedure, swish 15 ml in mouth for 30 seconds and spit out twice. The vibe it gives, it's like a very strong mouthwash, ostensibly. It smells like a mouthwash, but it just gives you like that stuff that it's just like, it's very strong. So that's what I had to take 3 days before the procedure. I had to figure out if I was going to have to take a needle in my arm, or I was going to have to take laughing gas, essentially. When you take laughing gas, I would totally recommend for you to do that, because first of all, if you don't want to get a needle right in here, my mom was nervous about that because she's very sensitive to needles as well. She's kind of allergic to some of the needles. She has to take special needles when she gets her flu shots and stuff like that. So I didn't get a needle right here, but I took laughing gas. Laughing gas, essentially, if you guys don't know what it is, for some people, if you're getting more than one tooth pulled out, then you essentially laugh. You'll be lackadaisical and stuff like that. So I took laughing gas, and it just made me feel so calm. They said what things that you can do. Don't bring a book because you're gonna be down like this the whole time, and you can't just do this because three people are working on your mouth at a time. So people were working at my mouth at a time, and I was listening to music, and they got tape, and they actually taped down my headphones so they don't come out, and that was fine. But the worst thing about it is they shoot the laughing gas stuff right in your mouth, and the worst feeling ever is they numb your mouth. If you guys don't know how they numb your mouth, they get a long needle about this long, and they shove it in the place where we're gonna get it out, your tooth pulled out. This is making me thirsty. So they put the needle in the place where you're going to get your tooth pulled out. So they put it inside my mouth, right here, the inside, but right here in my cheek, and they also put it right here. So my left side and all the way over here was all numb. And the cost for the needle and the whole like needle stuff like that, I mean the laughing gas and stuff like that, was about $400 and something. So I couldn't really get a lot of stuff, and my dad was like, wow, that's so much money. But the needle in your arm is like $600 or $800. So like we had to take the less expensive route and get the laughing gas. So we got it in, and I was like, oh my god, it freaking hurts so bad. So I had to get these little clampers, and I had to put it up like that, and they had to pull the tooth out. First they get this little tiny thing, it's like a little like hammer, and they bang the tooth on the side. And they just get it a little bit loose, and it hurts like a bitch, especially if you are getting your tooth pulled out and it barely grew. And like the reason why I had to get it pulled out because it hurt so bad, and it was gonna grow, but it was gonna grow and like a lot of bacteria was gonna be on it. So that's why I had to get it out. And I was like, they're like, oh, do you feel this? Does this hurt? I was like, yes, a lot. And they're like, we can't give you any more overdose. We can't give you any more of the laughing gas because we gave you the exceeded amount, which is a lot. Because when you do it, your mouth starts getting numb, your legs start getting numb, your arms start getting numb, everything, your whole entire body starts getting numb. My head started hurting, everything. I could not feel nothing. So when I got it pulled out, it was hurt so bad. It started bleeding the most. I had like a whole thing of cotton swabs in my mouth, the gauze. And then the worst part, but the best part, was when they got the little thin strip and they did a little tiny sewing. You guys will see what it looks like when you guys watch the video. I don't know if every dentist office does this, but with my dentist office, we watched a full-blown video on how it was going to be. I knew how it was going to get pulled out, and etc, etc. So after I got pulled out, it was the worst feeling ever. On a scale of 1 to 20, like I said, it was a 15 to me. Like I said, it's not going to be the same for everyone. It might hurt like a 10 out of 20, or it's going to hurt a 20 out of 20. It depends if you felt other things, and it depends on how many teeth you get pulled. I only got one, so I can only speak for one, but if it was like, if I got 2 teeth pulled out, it would probably be a 20 out of 20. I don't know, but it was a 15 out of 20 for me. And then my dad came in. I couldn't have any parents or whatsoever in the room when I was doing the procedure, but I couldn't have any people in the room when I was doing my procedure. And it was like a weekday where I didn't have any school or anything. And it was like a Friday or something, or Thursday, I don't know, or a Monday. I'm not sure what day it was, but my whole mouth was swollen. I had gauze in my mouth. And then I just remember drooling because your mouth is so freaking dry. Like, they get this little machine that suction cups all the saliva and mucus. I know this is TMI, but all the saliva and mucus in your mouth, and you can't have any of that like liquidy stuff or moist stuff in your mouth when they're trying to get the tooth pulled, because it can either slip or the bacteria can build up afterwards. But yeah, they did that, and they're like, oh, this is the stuff that you need to do. Make sure she could take a nap afterwards. She can't eat food for about 3 hours, which was the worst part ever. And then my dad, I could barely drink any water. I had to drink water on this side, so when I was drinking it, I couldn't even drink out of this. I had to get like a straw and I do this. And it literally hurts because this part of your mouth is working and this part of your mouth is not. And it was like honestly the worst. I had like my dad, because I barely had any food. I could not have food. Make sure you guys know that you cannot have any food 8 hours, 8 or 12 hours before your procedure, because they don't want any food buildup whatsoever. So I could not have any food. I didn't have any food or water. You couldn't even drink any water before your procedure. So like, I was really losing like 5 pounds that day in like the couple of weeks. So it hurt like a bitch. Like, it hurt so bad. It just felt so weird that something wasn't there when I eating. Now you guys don't need to worry about me. I'm perfectly fine. Like, me eating is perfectly fine. And the stitches, it just dissolves and dissolves and dissolves. And when you're brushing your teeth, it just falls out. The stitch stuff falls out. And I also have another story for you guys about the time I fell on my left knee, and I had to my right knee, and how I had to do that stuff. It was on a school day. I missed about a week of school. So if you guys want to see that story, how all my weight loss happened and me falling on my knee impacted my life so much, make sure you guys give this video 5 thumbs up. And that was my story on how I got my tooth pulled out when I was about 15. It was this year, and my other wisdom teeth have not grown in yet. It was only that one. But a lot of people don't grow wisdom teeth out, and some people do grow wisdom teeth. It just depends on you, on your family and stuff like that. My parents both have their wisdom teeth. My mom, I think she got all of hers out, and my dad got 2 out. But yeah, we just have a little bit of stuff. And all the stuff that you cannot do post getting your procedure, PP, post procedure, is that if you have your permit or even your license, you cannot drive for like about 1 day. For like 24 hours you cannot drive. You cannot drive, you cannot chew gum, you cannot eat a little bit. You can eat, but you can't eat right away. You have to wait like about 3 hours to eat. You make sure you're going to sleep. Like, when I was sleeping, it hurt so much. I still felt numb everywhere, but I slept a little bit. You want to make sure you have nice quiet time. Like, you can go upstairs and just, either if it's hot or cold, with the air conditioner on or the heat on, you could just relax and just take a deep breath and everything will be fine. Make sure you guys go take a nap or something like that. Have some calm music. Make sure you guys, no one bothers you. Your phone's on silent. You turn off your phone because that could very, very distract you so much. And I know that after I got my tooth pulled out, I didn't want to hear any loud noise ever again. And I could literally hear and feel the crack of like my tooth getting pulled out. So hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys comment down below story if you want to see any of my crazy story times, because I have videos on my ex-best friends and all that type of stuff, and also how I fell on my knee and that impacted my weight loss journey immensely. Make sure you guys go comment down below and give this video 5 thumbs up, and I will do how I fell on my knee, or give this video 6 thumbs up and I will do all how I broke my leg and my arm within a 5-year span, because that's probably going to be my next story on how I got broke my arms and my leg, and also how I fractured my knee. So hope you guys like this video. Please comment, like, subscribe. All my socials will be down below. Make sure you guys subscribe and join the family. We are 24 subscribers strong. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you guys are not getting, we haven't been getting a lot of views because of a lot of people have not been hitting our notification bell. So make sure you guys hit this notification bell. All my socials will be down below, and I'll see you guys next time.